Welcome to the DJNTV Chill Room Chat, your space to unwind and talk shop. This episode is sponsored by MadeByDJs.com, innovative tools designed specifically by DJs for DJs. DJEventPlanner.com, the industry standard for streamlining your business and booking faster. And DJRequests.com, the easiest way to manage your dance floor's vibe in real time. Support the show by using our Amazon affiliate link at DJNTV.com/Amazon. Now, let's get into the mix.
Hey, welcome to Hanging Out on Monday Nights. We've got Buddy Mueller in Chicagoland. We've got Dwayne Dixon. Still sounds like a Walking Dead rock star name to me. I'm sorry. Tell us where you live, Dwayne.
Cleveland, Ohio.
Cleveland, Ohio. Cleveland rocks. We've got Eric Nuremberg in the Boston area. We've got Mr. Jay Brennan in Temecula, California.
What's
and of
up?
course, we got Kevin Beers somewhere in Ohio as well.
North Central Ohio, north of Columbus.
North Central Ohio. That's close enough. And I'm Brian Red. I'm here in Milwaukee. Welcome to Monday Nights with some DJs. We're going to talk about some gig tips tonight. I recently did a video on kind of built-in emergency backup plans. Instead of having all of this backup gear, maybe in your van, in your truck or something ready to go, your controller, your speakers, whatever, what kind of things can you integrate into your system to give you automatic backup so you don't have to swap a bunch of gear around, maybe just a couple cables or something, to get the show going a little faster? Because, hey, let's face it, if you had an equipment failure of any kind and you had backup, that'd be very responsible. But if it took you 15 minutes to get that backup up and running, your clients may get a little impatient with you, let alone your audience. So I was wondering if you guys had any tips to share with our viewers and our listeners out there who are listening to this on a podcast, some things that maybe you do. Who would like to go first? Anybody? I'm going to pick on Buddy because Buddy likes to go first.
I sometimes like to go first. You know, one of the things is when you're trying to figure out what's going on with equipment or what the problem is, you can sometimes solve it very quickly if you have the right tools. And this is one of the ways you can get yourself back up and running or try and figure something out very quickly. And that is actually, I just bought one off a website, one of those reversible screwdrivers. Sounds kind of funny, but one end has, two Phillips, the other end has two flatheads.
Like a four-way screwdriver.
Mm-hmm. And it is a great thing to have with you because even if you got a cable jammed in the wrong place, you might be able to pop it out. You might be able to do something very quickly to get yourself back up and running. But if you have something going on and then you have to rely on your backup, let's say a tablet or whatever your backup system is, and you need to repair something very quickly to get your main system back up and running, having a screwdriver is a nice little thing to have because a lot of times you're unscrewing something, trying to see what it is. There you go. It helps out a lot. But I would say that, and I would give one more thing as well, and that would be from our friends at NLFX Pro, the Mort.
Yes.
Mother of all testers.
Yes.
That goes with me everywhere because if it's a bad cable, I can swap a cable out, verify what it is. If it's a bad cable, put it onto the side for recycling. And I know 100% that everything that I have connected is working. Yeah. So sometimes the most simple thing that is wrong can be wrong, and just swapping something out helps. But also you want to verify, is it that or is it the piece? And sometimes it's the speaker. Sometimes it's a controller. Sometimes it's something else.
I think it's kind of ridiculous to use the moat to test that 15-foot XLR that's going from your controller to your speaker. But I don't think it's ridiculous to test that 70-foot long cable that's going to that mid-room fill or rear fill speaker, because that's a long run and you want to make sure that cable works before you go taping it down and everything else. So that's where the moat is good. I like it. Next, we have Jay Brennan in Temecula. What do you got for us?
I almost try to idiot-proof things. So even though I've set up 2 speakers and 2 cables and plugged everything in, I oftentimes will make sure that when I put everything away, I leave those things out. So the weakest link in the chain is always a cable. You could run over an XLR cable, step on it, crack it, whatever.
Mhm.
So I always keep extra cables
How
nearby.
many extra cables do you keep, Jay?
I keep exactly what I already have. Like I have way too many in the car.
It's what you're carrying,
No, I'm carrying hundreds, but
redundancies of cables.
oh, it's insane. But as far as at the gig, I'll keep two 25-foot XLRs under the table.
Yeah.
Because that's likely what's going to go before a speaker.
Mhm.
The chances of the speaker going are much lower than the cable.
Yeah.
You know, so I try to do those. I always have a 50-foot cable with an SM58 on it
Yeah.
in hopes that if perchance, knock on wood, the wireless mic ever goes down, chances are 50 feet will get me close enough to a head table,
Yeah.
or at least get me far enough out that people will look and say, oh, that must be his backup. Wow, he was prepared.
You know what I was going to ask you, as far as that SM58 goes, which is a microphone for those of you who don't know, the Shure mic, you go and switched or unswitched on that?
Switched or unswitched? You mean on the mic? Like
Mhm.
on-off switch?
Yes.
No, I only have no switch, unswitched.
I don't think SM58
You
has
you can get
You
them
can get 'em with
switched.
switches.
You can get them with
Yeah.
a switch,
Okay.
which I learned years later. But you know, without a switch, it leads me to the statement I've made to a lot of people in this world that they don't all believe, and there's plenty of YouTube videos that prove it. Always treat a microphone like it's on. So
Yeah,
in
for
the case of
us.
an SM58, it's on. And that's the
for
joy.
us, it's
Right.
wonderful.
It's one of those things that still brings me great joy, he said with a sarcastic tone, with a nasty face, if you can't see this on a podcast. Tapping the top of a microphone to see if it's on is akin to me punching you in the ear and asking you if you can hear me.
Yeah, it's like the fish when you're banging on the fish tank kind of thing. They don't like that.
No. And eventually Jaws 17 comes out, Revenge at the Aquarium. I mean, it's going to happen.
Now, the reason I brought that up is because I didn't mention it in any of the videos that I did, but I think a switched SM58 is a really good idea, and I'll tell you why.
I agree.
If you run into a situation where you have to bypass your mixer or controller, you have to run directly into your powered speakers. You can usually do that through an auxiliary. So you can run, I don't know, let's just say like an 1/8-inch headphone out of your computer and then run that into the auxiliary of one of your speakers, be it a 1/8-inch plug, mini plug, or a dual RCA left and right to mini plug. You're also going to have to address the microphone somehow. And if you have to run the microphone into the speaker, you can absolutely do that, but it would kind of be a drag if every time you spoke on the mic, you had to reach down and mess with the volume on the speaker to do so.
Right.
Or it would be nice if you had a switch on your mic where you could just set the volume where you wanted it and turn it on and off, because quite frankly, at that point, you got enough to worry about. You've lost your mixing board. So
yeah, no, 100%. I mean, my logic is that I'm going out of the controller. So the worst case scenario, I'm just flipping one cable, the cable that goes to the base of a wireless. If the wireless goes down, pull that out, plug it into the 50 and run.
Yeah,
I keep
that
it
makes
for
sense.
ceremonies as well.
Makes total sense. And Idiot approves it for the whoever has the microphone because they've hit the switch by accident.
Right.
Totally understand.
Yeah.
Dwayne, do you have a tip for us?
Yeah. Because I'm a drummer and a music teacher, I have this big pouch going back, piggybacking off of what Buddy says. I have a whole bunch of tools. So I have like little screwdrivers, and I definitely have a whole bunch of hex wrenches of all sizes. That saved me a lot. And make sure I have extra batteries. And then also have the dongles, be it either the Bluetooth ones or from Alto or the, I think it's X5. So if my something happens with my wireless, I can pop that onto, you know, a regular microphone and still have that. So I try to have those little things.
So you even got backup for your lighting,
your
GMX lighting. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
Yeah, the tool pouch thing. I mean, I think anybody who is considering putting together a tool pouch for your system, look at your system and see what it takes to disassemble stuff that you might want to disassemble, like your cables. Look what kind of screwdriver you might need to examine the headpiece of that. and make sure your wires are all hooked up if you don't have a moat. Quite frankly, if you lose a cable on the road, cable repair is probably the least of your worries. You should have backup. You fix that when you get home. But yeah, it's great to have a toolbox with you just in case. There's little things that can come loose. There's all kinds of stuff that you could take apart, examine. Great idea.
And then also one more thing I forgot.
Yeah.
USB. I always have extra USBs.
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely, because I'm notorious for rushing out the house and taking my computer and not bringing my the power cord to my computer. So I always have an extra one in my bag. So I always have an extra one of those.
Now, for the controller you're running into, do you need the like USB 3 or regular old, kind of traditional USB into like the printer style USB cable for yours? Because I need it for mine. I'm still using stuff that's a few years old.
That one is still used was a USB, but then for my
USB A to USB B.
Yeah.
But then I have it all connected. But I need one of those dongles because my Mac only takes the USB-Cs. So I have a whole bunch of those little adapter things.
Yes, that's smart to have adapters for that kind of stuff too. Yeah, my new PC has like one or two regular USBs, but the USB-Cs are really the way to go. Those are the fast ones.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a lightning port on there that's USB-C. It's kind of the way forward. Kevin Beers, somewhere in the middle of Ohio. What do you got for us?
Well, first thing, I guess I try to find out what the event is and then what is the needed parts for that, and then try to create redundancy as far as having spares with me.
Mm-hmm.
If to get more specific, I have done what Dwayne has. I've got the X5 and the Phoenix Pro. They have converting a standard mic to a wireless. What I have done in the past also, for if I have a controller that would go out, I would just go and pull the plug and wire it directly into the mixer. So
sure.
One of the other things I do is anytime I'm doing an event, before I've gotten there, I check with family and friends if they are occupied that day, just in case I can need to reach out because I'm having some car issues or a flat tire or something like that.
Sure.
Also, back to the XLR cables, if you know where you bought them, pay attention to who you bought them from. They might be a lifetime warranty, so why bother fixing them when you can just, with a little effort, get a brand new one.
You're way more organized than I am, Kevin. I have no idea where this stuff came from. They got it out of necessity, and it's there, and done and done.
So those are some of my quick tips.
How about you, Mr. Eric Norenberg? That doesn't sound German or anything. Norenberg.
You know what? Never use my last name again. I might have warrants. So just, no, I'm kidding. Hey, I'm in Boston. You never know. Maybe I didn't.
At least you're not in Santa Ana. That's good. Yeah. So you're in Boston.
No, but nobody mentioned the spare laptop, which I think is common. Everybody should have a spare laptop, no matter what gig you're doing. But I go above and beyond that. I have a thumb drive, 1 terabyte. This is just emergency music only. There you go, Jay. Yes.
Jay's got one too.
Because you never know when that drive is going to go. I mean, electronics go and, and then you screw. But I can pop this in and continue the night and finish the night.
Yeah, and that's an external drive, or that's an internal drive that goes, because internal drives can go too. So if you have some backup on a flash drive, that's a great idea. Right.
And you can always be prepared. I love that drive, by the way, Jay, that you're showing. I don't know if people can see what you're showing.
So I
also have this
all-state drive.
This is a handy little tool. It's got SD on this side. I've got HDMI and 3 USBs. It's a little hub, yeah. But it's USB-C because that's what my laptop takes.
Okay.
So I mean, I could plug anything in. I could do an external monitor on it. It's actually pretty neat. I've used this for like 2 years now, and it's working great. So
they're normally really good. I mean, I know the one Eric has. It's really good. But side note, if you can get a flash drive that's got both C and B on it, whether you're dealing with old or new, this is really the way to go now. Because you're
I
going to run
love
into
that.
that night
Right,
where you have
right.
this connection, and then 10 minutes later they've got that connection. It's a real help. I'm
I'm
glad.
going to tell you a concern I have about that, and it's probably not even valid. It's nothing that anybody has ever, I've never heard anybody say anything about, but my concern is USB-C is so tiny, and there's going to be a certain degree of tongue weight on that
Right
flash
there.
drive kind of
That's
hanging
it.
off of the computer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that a concern? Like more of a concern than with the USB?
No, these are
What?
heavy. Admittedly, these are heavy, and you're correct. There isn't much there compared to that.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I've
Right.
had this since May.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't had a problem. And I would tell you if I had. I genuinely would. And someone commented, but you need caps on it because otherwise lint's going to get in it.
Yeah.
This is about 6 or 7 years old. This is a 32 gig little. I mean, you see how tiny this is.
Mm-hmm.
And this has been in and out of my pocket its entire career with no issues. So weight wise, not an issue. And I agree with Brian. When I first plugged it in, I'm like, it's going to droop a little maybe,
You
but
think it's gonna short out, right? Yeah.
it really works well. I mean, this is a $120 1 terabyte drive. Is it worth investing in? I think so. It backs up this. This is a 1 terabyte drive, and this is a 1 terabyte drive. So,
Right.
that's 2 terabytes of information for about $220.
I am not a technician of any shape, form, or fashion, but it's all solid state. Nothing moves. I'm not
it's
sure
all
what
solid
the
state.
difference is between the two. I really
They
don't.
can't heat when they don't have moving parts. There's literally nothing in this that moves.
Yeah.
It can't overheat, nor if I unplug it and go like this to it, or while it's plugged in and I do this,
Yeah.
nothing happens because there's nothing.
There's nothing spinning inside.
You take an old
that.
spinning SATA, SATA
Mhm.
drive,
Right.
and shake it while it's working, it can break and lock up.
And
Like
it will break.
Every time you unplugged one back before I got solid state, I would wait 60 seconds minimum to move the drive for fear that as it spun down,
Yeah.
I could pick it up and lock it up. It'd be, what it's
You
like,
would
Brian,
have to. Yeah.
it's like snapping the timing. It's like misaligning your timing. That's really what happens to the drive.
It's great we don't have to deal with that anymore. That was such a headache. Oh my gosh.
What it's actually
scary.
doing is erasing sectors. And that's your worst enemy. Just like wind.
I remember those big, huge. Remember those Western Digital.
Oh, the books.
The book.
Oh, the book, the My Book. Yeah.
Yeah, the My Book. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a situation one time where I had a brand new one and I was in a hurry. I needed to plug it in and do something with it. I plugged in the wrong DC power adapter and it fried the drive.
Ouch.
Because it was the
Here
wrong
it is.
voltage or whatever. Yeah, those things.
Yeah.
I still have one.
Do you
It still works because I never dropped the damn thing, but it works.
Do you still actively use it?
I don't use it. No, it's
Okay,
in my
but you have it. Yeah.
Right. I do have it.
He
He can plug it in. It's just going to make noise now, going like.
No, it actually.
That's what mine
works.
do. They make a weird noise, and they do work, but they make the weirdest noise now, and it's real
But
concern.
it's probably the same noise they always made. We're just not used to hearing
I
it.
just didn't notice it. Yeah.
The problem with those My Books, you drop it once, usually you're done. It's over. Usually,
I think I have at least one of those over there in the Smithsonian Institute of my old crap. Just sitting there next to one of my toolboxes. I don't know why.
It's just funny you brought it up. I had it in my bottom drawer here. I was like, I gotta show them. Yeah, My Books. But yeah, everybody always swore by Western Digital, back in the day, and they were
by
great.
Nokia back in the day too.
Yeah.
They did what they were supposed to do.
Right.
I can't really complain.
Well, we are lucky to live when we do with the technology that we have. Yeah, it's going to get better. Of course, it's going to get better, but we've seen it go from records to, some of us saw the goofy cart tapes that were in the radio stations, and then there was CDs, and then these clunky hard drives, which was actually a step up from carrying around all those CDs to now it's a flash drive in your pocket. Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Simple. Yeah. Simple as this. You're done, but
I'll bring one tip up before we wrap the show. And the tip I'm going to bring up, and anybody can chime in on this if they want to. I don't know if you guys heard about the Verizon outage that happened last Wednesday. Did you hear about that?
I'm a
I heard about
victim.
it. I have Verizon. I was not affected, luckily, but I did
Apparent-
hear about it.
Apparently, millions of people were affected. And a lot of the younger generation really weren't quite sure how to navigate their day without their phone, realizing, wow, you know what? I really rely on this phone for everything I do. From
Yeah.
contacting the kids to work things to banking to you name it.
GPS.
Oh yeah, all
Yeah,
that stuff.
yeah,
And
right.
they were just dead in the water. That to me got me thinking about streaming at events, which I'm not against at all if you've got a stable internet connection. But man, I really think that every DJ should at least have enough music on a hard drive, on a flash drive, own it, and have it with you for every event that you do to get you through the event instead of solely
Agreed.
relying on streaming at the event just because stuff happens.
Now, I need less than 60-second. As you know, I've made it very clear. I open title at every event.
Yeah.
I stream at every event. I might play one song, no song, 5 songs, whatever.
Sure.
Still bring a hard drive, still have
Yeah.
all the music.
Mm-hmm.
But I've gotten away with it as a hotspot on my Verizon iPhone. And that's been the case for about 5 years. Last week, I used a T-Mobile hotspot that cost $50 a month, unlimited data, and it was lightning. I used it inside a warehouse to the point where for 2026, one of my new purchases will be a T-Mobile, not Verizon, because I already have Verizon on the phone, but I'm looking at getting a portable T-Mobile hotspot so that if I choose to stream, I now have 2 carriers.
Yeah.
Verizon on my phone hotspot, which has worked 99.9%. And in an emergency, a T-Mobile that I could turn on at the moment and say, hey, I need a little extra juice here. And I was blown away. My Verizon phone and my computer used the same hotspot. I told you guys I used it at the hotel.
Yeah.
And it was smoking fast.
You
And
know,
I
it's
always have
interesting.
problems at that hotel.
Stevie's mom and I were talking a couple weeks ago. I actually called her because she's a land administrator. And I was asking about the phone service that I use was offering a 5G home internet thing too. That was a pretty good price. And I asked her about it, and she brought something up that I didn't even think of. She says, it's a great price, but have you considered relying on one network for everything in case there's a problem? I go, what are you talking about? She says, well, what if your network goes down? You've got nothing to back it up. Right now, you've got the cable company if your phone carrier goes. So you've got something just in case there's a problem. If your phone company goes, you got nothing. Like I never even considered that.
No,
So
that's
that's
I
a really
agree.
good observation.
And that's why
This is why you married her, by the way.
No, I'm talking about Steve.
No, this is the wrong one, dude.
Oh, that's
Stevie's
your
mother.
daughter. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
not Blanca. I'm talking about the baby mama.
Wrong one.
If you're watching,
Try,
this,
Eric.
Jackie. Hi.
It's very cold in Massachusetts, ladies and gentlemen.
It is.
Eric's brain is frozen.
I was trying to, yeah.
I'm numb.
But yeah, I was
Too
shocked
much
when it
adult
worked
beverage.
so well.
Yeah, Blanca's a land administrator. Come
Yeah,
on.
no.
No.
But that's why I thought, you know what? I'll get a T-Mobile one because I already have Verizon. Because someone said, well, if your phone goes out, that'll go out. I'm like, not if they're on 2 different networks.
Right.
And I think you can buy them for short money and only pay for what you use.
It's smart.
And I've used my phone at 100% of my gigs, and it's worked. Knock on wood, it's worked at every gig, but I just want a little extra. And the benefit is I'm in the car driving down the road. Somebody says, I can't get online. All of a sudden I go, hold on, click.
Right.
Now I've got internet in the car, which some cars have already. And
Right.
I drive old cars. I don't have that. So might be the way.
Years ago, Sprint sold a thing about this size, right? I'm just showing you this. And I would bring this in my car. Now I had internet everywhere I went.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what we're talking about. It's almost like
Right.
we've
Yeah.
said all this already.
But now you don't need this. I'm saying you could just do it with your phone, right? Is that what you're
Right.
saying?
But I'm saying
Yeah.
I'm going to get an like my phone's got internet on it, but I'm going to get a mobile like that. We're going backwards, not forwards.
Tonight's show is brought to you by DJ Event Planner. Please check them out in the description of this video. Thank you so much, DJ Event Planner, for being one of our channel sponsors. Thanks a lot, everybody. We will see you next time. Good night.